Hi, my name is Rob. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about aging and the considerations for people that are moving closer to retirement or are in retirement and having decisions to make. Today, I want to talk about what are some of the things that I've kind of set myself up for in terms of what are planning and decisions that I've made to help myself when I'm older. The first thing I would say is save young. So my grandfather and my dad, back when I was in my teens, I think they made me read this book. It was called The Richest Man in Babylon. And at the time, I didn't want to read it. I wasn't really interested in it. But it talked a lot about some of the universal principles of money management. And a lot of those things kind of seeped in. So over my lifetime, I would say, I've lived within my means. I wouldn't say that I've not enjoyed life and done a lot of things. Like I've traveled quite a bit, maybe more than most. And I'll talk about that in another video. But again, the principles of this: pay yourself first, live within your means, invest. These are universal principles that were kind of ingrained in me at a young age, and they've really helped me by starting at a young age and saving and having that the value of compound interest and things like that. It's really helped me. So that's one. The second one is where you save is also really important. And in my case, I kind of went pretty heavy into the Roth aspects of investment. So I think Roth is a good place to be. I know it's not right at all tax brackets and that sort of thing, but at the same time, if you're investing for the long term and you can invest money and then not have to pay taxes on that money or the money that it earns over time, again, the beauty of compound interest that can really pay off. So even now, I'm doing, even though I was semi-retired for a while, I'm doing some contract work now. Even with the 1099 contract work, project work that I'm doing, I have saved into an individual Roth 401k this year. And in fact, as my own employer, because I am my own employer as a 1099, I matched myself as an employer as well. So I was able to put more money into a Roth. And again, that location is really important. I think Roth is a place that anyone younger than, even older people, Roth is a good place to be because it gives you flexibility and planning on how and when you want to take that money. Also for your heirs, it's a great place to have your money because if they inherit Roth assets, let's say they get an IRA, and that IRA is Roth assets, well, because of the Secure Act 2.0 back in the the 2010s, unfortunately, they have to take that money out in 10 years. Well, if they get a regular IRA, that's a big tax bomb. In fact, my next topic is about this. But with a Roth, it's really good because think about it. There's no tax implications to them when they take that money. And a lot of them are inheriting these pre-tax IRAs at the point when they're also in high tax brackets from their own earnings or from just their season of life, and it turns out to be a big tax bomb, and we want to avoid that. So really, saving in these accounts has given me a lot of flexibility. It's given me the ability to be work optional, and fine for financial independence. Everyone should be going after that. But instead of retire early, it's next endeavor, right? And in some cases, that's where I am right now. Finally, one that's a little more kind of planning and proactive is what I would call, it's a 72T. So a lot of people, you'll hear them on the internet talk about the rule of 55. If you separate from your employer at 55, you can take money from your pre-tax IRAs tax-free, I guess from other IRAs as well, but it really matters in that case, the pre-tax IRA. However, I am at the age of 53. I took my first 72T distribution, and I have to do that for 7 more years. So next year, 2026, would start that 7 more years. I have to take substantially equal distributions from this account, and the reason that I am doing this is not because I need the money. The money is actually, the minute I take it out of the pre-tax 401k, I put it directly into my just regular investments. So why am I doing this? Well, I'm trying to lower that pre-tax 401k for the very reason I just mentioned before, it's a tax bomb. At some point, that account grows and grows. What happens? You turn 73, 75, and 75 at some point. When you turn and they start making you take distributions, that can really, in retirement, bump you into that next level of tax bracket. And by the time I'm in my 70s, I'm pretty sure those tax brackets are going to be a little higher than they are right now. With all the deficit spending and everything else that's happened, they're going to be higher. So this 72T is, I'm actually using that as a strategic planning method to get money out of that account. Do I want to exhaust the 401k, the pre-tax 401k or IRA that I've got now that I rolled it over? No, I don't actually. I wouldn't mind going into retirement and having throughout retirement that pre-tax, because that is money that I will then gift. I'm going to do QCD, qualified charitable distributions, and that's how I'll do things like tithe or gifting. Is I'm going to use QCD. So I don't want to exhaust the account, but I do want to minimize it as much as possible. If I die, my heirs inherit those accounts. Again, they've got 10 years to get the money out of there, and a lot of times it's the timing that benefits Uncle Sam and not our loved ones. So it's something to really think about. So these are some concepts. I can go into more detail on 72T, on Roth, on other ones, and I probably will in future videos. Again, this is not a only financial channel. I really want to talk about aging issues and things like that. But I think this is one that's of interest to people, of kind of how to navigate some of these things and proactively plan to minimize your impact as you grow older. So thanks for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.